All right, planning a Disney trip is always exciting, but let's be real for a second. Figuring out where to eat can feel like a whole other vacation you have to plan. That's why today we're putting together the ultimate food lover's guide to downtown Disney. We're going to cover pretty much everything so you can map out your perfect food day. And you know the best part? No park ticket required.
So you're getting ready for your trip, and that big question starts creeping in. Where are we going to eat? It is so easy to get overwhelmed by all the options in downtown Disney. But hey, don't worry. We've got you covered. Think of this as your definitive game plan. So, we've broken down our culinary tour into 5 tasty parts. We'll kick things off with the quick grab-and-go spots, then we'll dive into the sit-down restaurants. After that, we're focusing on burgers and shakes, then hitting our sweet tooth, and finally, we'll get a peek at what's new and just around the corner.
Okay, first up, quick bites and kiosks. These are going to be your go-to spots for when you're on the move and you need something that's fast, easy, and delicious. Think of this as a tale of 2 very different takeaways. Are you craving a quick, pretty affordable pizza with a place to actually sit down? Napolini is your spot. But if you want some fantastic Mexican food and you don't mind finding a nearby bench to eat, the Taqueria is perfect. Just a heads up, it's a true grab-and-go window, no tables at all.
And here's a fantastic little pro tip for you when you visit Jamba. Instead of buying 2 small smoothies, just order 1 large one and ask for an extra cup. You'll get pretty much the same amount of smoothie, but you'll save a few bucks. It's a simple little hack that totally works. Okay, but what if you want to slow down and actually relax for a meal? Well, that brings us to table service. And here's a really important piece of advice. For most of these places, you are absolutely going to want to make a reservation ahead of time. Choosing the right vibe here is everything. Naples Ristorante is your classic, super family-friendly Italian place. That Quattro Formaggi pizza is a must-try. For a really lively New Orleans feel, the patio at Jazz Kitchen is perfect. Definitely order the gumbo yaya. And then there's the place that's always busy, the modern Din Tai Fung. And trust me on this one, you cannot leave without trying the chocolate xiaolongbao for dessert. It's just an unbelievable flavor bomb. And speaking of Din Tai Fung, its reputation is no joke. The source material says it's a favorite for a very, very good reason. It's famous for these delicate soup dumplings, the xiaolongbao, and it's honestly become one of the most popular restaurants in the entire city of Anaheim. If you're a fan of Taiwanese food, it's a must-do. Just book that reservation as far in advance as you possibly can.
Downtown Disney also has this amazing new pair of Mexican restaurants from the same exact chef. Downstairs, you've got Centrico, which is just perfect for a relaxed open-air meal. And a little pro tip, the chips and salsa are bottomless. Then you can head right upstairs to its sister restaurant, Paseo, for a more upscale indoor dining experience.
All right, let's face it, sometimes you just need a great burger and a ridiculous shake. So this next part is dedicated to satisfying those classic American comfort food cravings. Now, the source makes a huge claim about our next spot, that Black Tap has the best burgers on the entire Disneyland property and the best milkshakes too. I mean, that is a really high bar, but you know what? Between their insane, over-the-top, crazy shakes and their really high-quality burgers, they honestly live up to the hype. So, if you're looking for the ultimate comfort food experience, here is your 4-step game plan. Step 1, you go to Black Tap for the Wagyu Steakhouse burger. Step 2, while you're there, you have to split one of their massive crazy shakes. Step 3 might surprise you. You're going to head to Ballast Point Brewery. Yeah, for the beer, but also for their out-of-this-world birria tacos. And finally, do not sleep on Splitsville. I know it's a bowling alley, but their macho nachos are seriously fantastic.
Of course, we did not forget dessert. It's time to satisfy that sweet tooth. Let's dive into the best spots for everything from creative ice cream to those classic Disney candies. First up has to be Salt and Straw. And I gotta tell you, this is not your typical ice cream shop. They are famous for these wild, creative, and sometimes kind of bizarre flavor combinations that somehow end up being absolutely delicious.
So here is your dessert roadmap. You start at Salt and Straw, and don't be shy about getting samples. They actually encourage it. For a taste of New Orleans, you can grab some warm, dense beignets from Beignets Expressed. If you love macarons, Kayla's Cake has a selection that is just stunning. And for those classic caramel apples and Mickey-shaped treats, the new world of sweets is where you want to go. And finally, let's look to the future. The food scene in downtown Disney is constantly changing, so let's check out what's new and what we all have to look forward to.
One of the biggest recent stories was the opening of the Parkside Market, and while there was a ton of excitement, it seems like it kind of stumbled right out of the gate. The first two spots were just a little bit too pricey for quick service, and the demand just wasn't really there, which led to some very, very quick changes.
I mean, this timeline just shows how fast things are moving. 2024 brought us that amazing trio of Din Tai Fung, Centrico, and Paseo. 2025 saw the debut of Parkside Market. And coming very soon is a huge one. The old Earl of Sandwich location is becoming a Porto's Bakery, a true Southern California legend. And looking even further ahead, a new barbecue joint and a high-end steakhouse are also in the works. The evolution just never stops.
So as downtown Disney keeps reinventing itself, the food choices just get better and more exciting. Whether you're craving those authentic soup dumplings, a classic American burger, or, pretty soon, those legendary pastries from Porto's, it really just leaves one question. What's going to be at the top of your list on your next visit?